Welcome, Libras. Thank you so much for tuning in to your July reading. How you doing, Libra? I don't know. Maybe it's a small collective, but I don't feel that you guys are really feeling that great at the moment. I don't know if it's this full moon energy that's just having an effect on your reading, or some Libras that I'm channeling. If you are vibrant, energetic, and doing good, and this message isn't for you, but I feel I'm channeling a couple of Libras. You guys are just a little like quite tired, or maybe just not really feeling your best self. And I don't know if it's because there's a lack of passion or inspiration or something in that way, or it is maybe your health. It's been kind of sort of playing up, and you've just been a little bit a lower frequency. Also, for some of you might have some tension around the shoulder blades, the neck, and for me, it's more on my left side, which could be your right side, because often I channel it in mirror energy. But it's tension. It's just, there's this tension here, of carrying a load, of carrying something, of maybe not expressing yourself, just trying to be the best that you can be, and not necessarily like, be the best version of yourself and all of that, but more like be the best you can be, period. Like whatever you need to be, you're trying to be it, then become it, or stay it, or give it to the world. And this could be close to you, maybe daughters, or children in general, or maybe it's a friend or a partner or whatever. Like there's just things going on that you had sort of an active role in like supporting either like keeping people up to date, or just checking how it's going, or what you can do, or showing up in whatever way, shape, or form. I feel that it took energy from you, and you kind of just need a little bit of a recharging moment. You can definitely use a break. So if July can be in any way, shape, or form filled with here and there moments where it's just about you doing something that recharges you doing something you enjoy, just overall moments to just air, like just breathe and get some air is what I want to say. Moments to air. Okay. Do it for yourself. Maybe it's some yoga, maybe it's going and have a spa day, maybe it's just taking a nice long walk while you have a beautiful summer night out there. Getting outside your neighborhood and really just going on a little bit of a trip or an adventure, even if it's just a day trip. You go about somewhere, just do something that brings you energy, Libra, and spend time with people that give you energy instead of just kind of expect you to give. That could definitely revitalize and regenerate your energy. Okay, so I am I'm sensing a little bit of a back and forth in some of you, so I'm just going to like get some cards out and see which side they want me to go. Of course, they're saying a time for healing. Ooh, it ring the bell. A time for healing. Right now is a time to heal. To just take a moment, take a break, allow things that need to leave your energy and all of that to remove itself, and things that bring you that sense of comfort, bring you that sense of relaxation, allow that to come in a little bit more, because the energy is gaining momentum. So I do feel that if you right now in the beginning of July feel a little bit depleted, it will soon start to fill itself back up. But it's important that you honor your energy cycles. There's only so much you can do, Libra, and it needs to be in balance. And if you do have it in balance, those shouldn't be any issues when it comes to your health. This energy is so Cancerian. I even have it in the background. It just started raining as well. You see that full moon is coming through. It hasn't rained in 2 weeks or something, and now it's starting to rain right before this full moon energy comes through. It always happens that way. All right. Yeah, let's just pick up some tarot. Let's just see what the tarot has for us, for you. So the North nodes are shifting, and that's one of the reasons why things just need a little bit more time, a little bit, ooh, look at that, a little bit more space, a little bit more room, okay, to sort of transition itself into your life and your surroundings. So what you have coming up, especially for my Libra rising signs, like you guys are dealing with the North node moving into your first house and your South node moving into your, oh sorry, your North node moving into your 7th and your South node moving into your first. Okay. So what this is, obviously we have the first house and the 7th house, so that's the same with your season. Like you have the sun in your sign, but then the moon comes in and it kind of brings about the opposite, which is you versus others in your world. And this could be romantic relationship, but it could also be friendships, family, work relations, like in whatever shape or form, you and how you show up in your inner circle and the circle around you socially. So you will find yourself feeling more of a urge to express yourself in more, like really vocalize what you're feeling, how you experience things. First and foremost, the way you experience things change. And there's a shift there. Things either might get to you more than they used to, or they just really don't get to you like that anymore. And so your needs versus the supply, it doesn't align, it changes. And so we kind of can't help but change with it and be open for how to cope with that, and how to make sure that those energies actually help us clean out our closets and clean slates and get it off our chest, and feeling comfortable with expressing ourselves and getting those things out on the table and having those conversations. But also on top of that, also being able to listen to other people's opinions or truths about that situation that maybe is bothering you. And so together, and being open and coming from a very honest space. Communicating is listening and, expressing, and then you're having a conversation. Otherwise, it's just two monologues just playing out at the same time, And your intention with expressing yourself changes because the need to change is changing. There is more necessity to it. You just can't really go about things that maybe before this transit, this happening, went about certain things. Like, it's not even gonna, I'm not even gonna say anything because there's gonna be drama and I just really can't, I just don't want the drama right now. Or it's fine, next week there will be a different solution, so I'm not going to go out of my way to express myself when next week it's already going to be better. So right, just going along, coping, and that's okay. It's not necessarily something wrong with that. Like, you bring about balance as well in the collective. It's not either or, but I feel a sense of entitlement around you, Libra. I feel like people may or may not, feel some people just feel entitled to a part of you and how you support them and how you show up. And it's like they have, when you express yourself differently, or you don't, and you just don't feel like, hey, I'm not available, like right now I'm not available, period, which is totally fine. We don't have to be freaking available all the time. Like, what is that? Like, that's not healthy. you know. And obviously we're living in a time and age where there are cell phones, but back in the days there were no cell phones. So if people wanted to reach you, they either call you at your job or they called you at home, they left a message, and they would not be calling you back in an hour. Well, you know, depending on the person, but just normal people leaving a message. Like, they knew that, oh, once they get home, they'll probably get back to me. And like, you leave the message and you move on with your day. Well, now if you send a text message and they're not replying, and you pick up the phone and they're not replying within an hour, like, all kinds of scenarios and things start to rush within the other person. There's just a lot more being available all the time. And I feel that by the sense of entitlement, I'm getting that because the reaction of you just being unavailable for a little bit, well, I find it very unsettling. Like, I found it like, just relax, you know. That's what I want to say to these people's energy, like how they're coming towards you. They feel like almost like, yeah, but you are my mother, or you are my sister, or you are my, you know, and so you should reply like, okay, calm down. You are my brother, whatever, you know, whatever way, shape, form. Is like, okay, but calm down. Libra will get back to you when he or she can, and that should be okay, you know, because it's a sense of entitlement. Like, you always get back to me soon. Like, why now all of a sudden this week you don't? Like, then they, well, that's like, you know, I'm making some changes. I've noticed that being available like this, like I have been at this moment in time, it just doesn't fit me. It makes me feel restless, and it brings about this. So when I go to the grocery store, I do not take my phone, and it kind of feels good to me. So just so you know, this is the new thing. Nothing personal towards you. It's just me approaching things from a different angle, basically trying to find new ways of providing myself the needs that I have. Okay, you know, it doesn't have to be from an, you know, protective space. It's just more like boundaries, right? Nothing wrong with boundaries. It's very healthy. It might give a little bit of a, you know, push and pull in the beginning when a new boundary is set, but eventually everyone learns to accept and acknowledge the boundary. And I really feel that there's some need for you to set some new boundaries, Libra. Not because you've been lacking with your boundaries, no, because your needs are changing. So the need to have different boundaries is changing with it. And if you allow that to happen naturally and, you know, integrate them, there's nothing wrong with it. With the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit, like, you got a lot of stuff to do. You have things you want to do. There is more than enough to tend to without these people just being on your neck all the time. And the thing is, I asked before I started this reading, I felt, the moment I started tuning in your energy, I felt there's really a lot of tension in my shoulder and in my neck. And sometimes it is me. Hardly ever happens, but I mean in the sense of right before reading. So it's like, okay, and when I mention it during Libra reading and it disappears, then I know it wasn't mine energy. It's gone. I don't feel any tension anymore in my shoulder. It might come back, I'm just saying, but I know that that's like, it's on your neck. What's on your neck, Libra? Who's on your neck? I feel like this month it's really important to take a closer look at that. Because you have the Hermit energy as well coming up. So they're saying it's the perfect time to just take a closer look. Also, like, what can you do? How can you put things in a way where it's serving you, or where it is actually beneficial, instead of just you. I'm sorry if you're hearing noises in the background. It's the cat, and he's a very loud sleeper. He likes to roll around. He's quite old. He likes to roll around in his sleep about 20 times an hour. And then when he does roll over, he makes this noise like, you know. So if you hear any of those noises, then you just know it's the cat. He wanted to be in the room so badly. And I know he needs my energy a little bit because he's old, right? So then he likes to be in my space sometimes. when I'm here. And so he's more than welcome to just join in. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Well. Well, well, well. Who are all these suitors, Libra? Who are these people? Maybe these are people that you felt inspired by. Maybe it's a person that really literally took your breath away. Could be multiple angles to it, but I feel there's a person that maybe as a kid or as a young adult you really looked up to. It's like either a manager or someone on TV in a movie, or just you know, it could even be the manager of the grocery store. Like in different ages and stages we have different, you know, admirations. Right? I feel that it could go both ways. Could be like sort of romantically interested versus, hey, I'm intrigued, like I am in awe, like I you know, I aspire to be like you when I grow up or something, you know. So there's this balance about feeling a new sense of confidence in yourself, because I do see that. I see a change in your confidence level and your comfortableness with that confidence, and with feeling like, hey, I'm worthy of this, period. I do deserve to be respected. I do deserve to have this leadership position. I do deserve to do this or do that, or say no. Mostly say no, Libra. The Well, the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. It shows you exactly like that you've manifested something into your life subconsciously, but you did. You're becoming more aware of where energy flows and intention goes, you know. Well, where intention goes, energy flows, but also where it grows. And what grows there? Becoming more, in general, the main character here is the magician. The magician understands that there are a couple of things, law to the universe, that I cannot bend or change, but I can make those rules work for me. I am a magician. I can actually transmute energies. I can make things work for me. I have a lot more power than I think that I do. Not over other people. Just in general, more power. Look at that. The Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So, okay, I do have to say this, Libra. This is definitely not for everyone, and don't freak out if you don't feel energetically connected to it. But if there's some juggling going on, there might be two people you like. There might be the person that you are, you know, is kind of interested into different people, or just juggling things. And I feel that for some of you, this could have also been a past situation. Maybe for some of you, you've been the one, you know, the other person. Maybe without your knowledge, maybe with your knowledge, you know, at that moment in time. It wasn't the intention necessarily, but it went a certain way. It was a little bit of sneaking around, a little bit of juggling both. And Ten of Cups, meaning that eventually you might actually did end up together, and you did end up starting a family, or in whatever way, shape, or form, right? And you did end up having those Ten of Cups. But if that is not the case, then what I'm sensing with this is that I can't shake a feeling. Okay, wait. I'm gonna get another card out because I need some clarification on that. I just can't shake the feeling of this juggling act. So let's just move a little bit more general, please. Let's see what else the situation inquires to. The Lovers. Yeah. There we go again. Are you okay? He's okay. Partly this is really a strong message of I'm gonna make changes that bring me and put me in a position to meet a healthy partner, or to have a healthy marriage, to have a healthy relationship, if you want to move your relationship to a next level, to a different phase. So your decision making is with the intention to have something that is worth having and is in alignment. So that's one side. Another side of this Lover showing up is really because of that North Node South Node situation that's going to be activated in July and will stay with us for a year and a half. And what it brings about for you, Libra, is the ability to really, 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 really meet someone special. Like if you have, like in your space and time, in your, in a place in your life where you're like, you know what, I would like to meet someone. Would be nice. There's a really big chance that if you're following inner guidance and really align with yourself in that way, that you can really attract a really beautiful, love relationship. It's very beautiful. It shows up in your reading because the chances are very high. Or you decide to actually move away from one because you feel like this is not it for me, and then you open yourself up towards something else. So there's movement there. I can't run away from that. Two of Of course the Two of Cups shows up. So we have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers. This is all the love cards that came out. It's love, Libra. It's the most beautiful frequency in the world. It's love. Love comes in many forms and shapes and ways. Here we go. 8 of Wands. So you will receive communication and movement. And, ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. It takes work as well. The Chariot with the 5 of Wands. Yeah. It takes work because there is this phase at the same time. There's this check when it comes to love in general, love relationships, like you've been through the ringer, okay? Like it's not been an easy road. And what communication and energy exchange basically with someone new in that space can bring about is these old feelings and these star patterns, and like, you have expectations and they're not getting met and you feel like, I just don't want to put and invest so much time and energy again. That is a side to it. But what I'm seeing is that the harmonious energy, like the 4 of Wands, is saying like, you don't have to worry about that because it's a different situation. It's different timing. It's just different timing, and it's just internal turmoil, and you're working through those. So that by itself can feel like a lot of work because you do have to, like I said, there's work there. But yeah, that's because North Node is also in your 1st and 7th house. It's like, that just brings about that phase, but it doesn't mean that it can't actually finally bear some fruits in that area of your life. Also when it comes to you, because it's like, obviously the South Node is in your 1st. So it's like the journey you're going within often connects to other people, but it is bigger than that. Here we have the 4 of Wands again, just from a different deck. It says, your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break, Libra, and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. And maybe time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement. Okay. A wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Okay. I'm just saying. It's a reading. I say with the other signs, but it's not just a July reading. It goes deeper than that. Don't get it twisted. Okay. It goes deeper than that. Alright, so we have for my Libra risings, like we have let me see, Venus on top of that going retrograde in your 11th house, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 11th house. So once again, that is connected to friendships and just, you know, people in your community and people close to you, but just part of your tribe in whatever shape or form. And there's this energy that just builds up with it. So I do feel that while Venus going retrograde, you might actually make the most like you'll feel like you're doing the most work on that, you know, in that aspect, and then the rest of that transit you can actually like really reap the benefits from it. That's how I feel. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. All right, let me get one more card for my Libras. There we go. Libras. It says love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Beautiful. You are worth so much, Libra. You guys bring such a special quality to this world because you're a woman / a man of many. No, I don't want to say I want like not like that. It's just of many sides, many things. You embody so much, Libra. You can be loving and nurturing like a Cancerian, but then have this ability to detach things in such a balanced way, like a Gemini or an Aquarius can. Like there's just so many angles to you that makes you such a great communicator and bridge builder. That's what I used to always call you guys. Like you guys build bridges to get people come together. You're the bridge. You create that the fill up between the spaces, and you are making sure that everyone can be connected in some way, shape, or form, including you. But it's like often we don't always appreciate the bridge that gets us from one place to the other over the river, right? It's like when we're driving on a bridge, we often look off the bridge into the, you know, distance, like look at this view from this bridge. But it's like the bridge is providing all of that, but no, not a lot of people drive on the bridge thinking, oh, I'm so grateful for this bridge, you know. It's like, no, like it's getting me to the other side. And the bridge is important. It's not like you're not only a bridge, you're not only like, you know, you are your own complete island, obviously. But I'm just saying that sometimes people do intend to put us in a position, and it's important that you know, have clear boundaries with that. The bridge is not open 24/7, okay? Not this bridge. This is a VIP bridge, okay? Just saying. You can only come at certain times. It's like driving, well, being on a boat. You know, if you're the boat waiting in the water for the bridge to open, all of a sudden the bridge has way more meaning. And the thing is that, you know, some way, shape, or form, obviously, when the bridge is open and you can't drive over it with your car because the boats have to pass through, then all of a sudden this whole bridge becomes this whole thing. But when the bridge is just going with the flow. So that's the thing. People respond to an open bridge in such a way. Meaning that sometimes when you do express yourself, Libra, people intend to, like I said, once again, feel entitled that you're just accessible all the time. Like a bridge. It's like, oh, why'd I have to wait for this bridge? Because it's a bridge. It holds multiple purpose. It has different things to do than allowing you to pass, okay? It also has to open up sometimes so a boat can go by, and it's like a lot of things happening here. But people are often just focused on themselves and what they need from that bridge, which is get to the point A to point B real quick, And that's the thing. It's like the bridge needs to have boundaries. And because nobody's going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to give the bridge a break. I'm just gonna keep my car on this side of the river for like 2 more days so the bridge doesn't have to like feel the weight. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of time, to just breathe and be a bridge, right? It doesn't happen like that. So the bridge gotta be like, I'm opening up and I'm taking a break. Just so you know. Right? Okay. I'm gonna stop rambling now, but I hope it makes sense. Now, don't hope you guys feel offended in any way, shape, or form me calling you guys a bridge, because, like, once again, it's a very important position, okay? And you guys are beautiful and loving and freaking amazing on top of all of that, okay? 100%. Okay, so let me see, Libra. I think that this should just be a reading for the month of July. Thank you so much for being here and, spending your energy and your time here. I truly appreciate that. I'm going to go on to the next sign. Thank you so much, Libra. I love you. Have a beautiful month of July. Bye.